This weekend marks the annual change from daylight saving time to Eastern Standard Time, giving us an extra hour of sleep, but plunging the evening commute into sudden darkness. The annual time shift is welcomed by some and dreaded by others, and a Massachusetts commission formed last year to study the issue recently recommended that the state eventually shift to Atlantic Standard Time year-round, effectively making daylight saving time permanent as long as neighboring states do. Some Connecticut legislators have pitched the idea as well. There are good arguments. The semi-annual time shift is jarring, and there is evidence that it corresponds with short-term increased risk of car crashes and heart attacks. New England is on the easternmost edge of the Eastern Time Zone, which means our sunrises and sunsets are much earlier than other places in the zone. Sunset in Hartford, now around 5:40 p.m., will be around 4:39 p.m. on Monday. Sunset in Columbus, Ohio, also in the Eastern Time Zone, is around 6:30 p.m. Going back to Standard Time there won't seem nearly as drastic. But there are practical concerns that stand in the way of a change to Atlantic Standard Time. The most important is that states can't simply choose to do it alone. Time zones are set by Congress or the Secretary of Transportation. Changes have to be approved through them. Also, the geography is a challenge. New England, especially Connecticut, is closely tied to New York and New Jersey, economically and socially. A large portion of the working population commutes within the tri-state area. Splitting the section of the nation into different zones could lead to nightmarish complications, especially when it comes to transportation. Imagine the confusion for someone who catches a Metro North train in Stamford at 6 a.m. and arrives at Grand Central at 5:51 a.m. More locally, the prospect of elementary school children waiting at the bus stop in pitch darkness from mid-October through mid-March raises safety issues, especially as snow piles up on street corners and traffic squeezes through darkened intersections. If schools had later start times, a very good idea, then that major concern might be alleviated. A shift to Atlantic time might be especially desirable to those in eastern or northern New England who get the worst of the dark evenings in winter. But for most of the area, it should be spring forward, fall back for now.